Budgeting is the first step to protecting your financial future, and in this video we'll be talking about ways in which you can stay motivated as you budget month to month. So let's get into it. Hello guys, my name is Elsia, and on this channel we talk all and everything personal development, finance, a little bit of home decor and lifestyle. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. So today we're going to be talking about ways in which you can stay motivated as you budget month to month. So if you haven't watched my other video that teaches you how to budget as a beginner, or if you just don't know anything about budgeting, I highly recommend you go watch that video. I'm going to leave a link to that video, so go watch that and then you can always come back to this one. So in this video, like I said, we're going to be talking about how to stay motivated as you budget month to month. So the very first thing you would need to know to keep you motivated as you budget month to month would be for you to visit your budget book as many times as possible. I say this a lot in the other video I made about how to budget as a beginner, where I mentioned the fact that visiting your budget book as many times as possible helps you retain that memory. This is also a factor that will keep you motivated to want to budget in the first place, because you have that memory on, like, say I had planned on spending just $100 for spending money for the upcoming 2 weeks. Visiting that budget book helps you retain that memory and helps you want to keep going forward with your goals. The second thing would be for you to keep a tally of what you spend weekly. You could even do this daily, because a lot of times we forget what we write in our budget books and just go on a shopping spree. I know sometimes I do so. So keeping a tally of what you spend weekly is a major factor that can keep you motivated as you budget, because you know that, oh, I can't overspend this day, or I can't overspend this weekend. So that keeps you motivated, just knowing that, okay, yesterday I did spend $20 more than what I had in my budget. Keeping a tally of what you spend weekly will help you, to be able to go back to your budget and write an update if you need to. I always highly recommend that people, write updates, because there's very many times, even though people may not think that this is common, there's very many times that you would need to go back and write a follow-up, like an update, because, maybe unforeseen circumstances came along. Like, let's say you had an emergency and you had to spend more than what you had already planned. You would need to write an update. So in so doing, that kind of keeps you motivated, because you already have a tally of what you had spent throughout the week. So you would want to, go back in there and write an update, like, okay, I gotta put in more money to our savings next week because I spent an extra $20 this week. Another thing that can keep you motivated as you budget is to make your goals visual. And this could be in any way, whatever visual looks like to you. Me personally, I love to go on Google, download Google or Pinterest, whatever works, and download pictures that look very similar to my goals and post on my goal board. Making your goals visual helps you, so you can look at it and be like, okay, yeah, that's my next goal, I'm headed there, whatever the case might be. Another good way is writing affirmations. I know affirmations work a lot for some people, so that's a good way to keep you motivated as you budget month to month. I can't tell you what affirmations to write for yourself, but definitely whatever works for you, just as long as you make your goals visual, that's a very good tool that will help you stay motivated as you budget. Not only does making your goals visual help you, just stay motivated, it also builds your confidence. I can say so because I know there's very many times that, like, I've been less confident on a specific goal that I had, but because I had, a visual that I saw every single day, that kind of built my confidence, especially if there's progress happening. Like, say, I hit a milestone, just looking back at that visual I had on my goal board actually just builds my confidence a lot more, because I'm like, okay, yeah, I got this, I can do it. So I definitely recommend making your goals visual, because that would just help you stay motivated as you budget. My next point will be for you to be mindful of who you keep as company. There's a lot of people that you may hang around and they have no respect whatsoever to your personal goals. They couldn't care less if you're trying to budget to save a car, or for whatever you're trying to save. They couldn't care less. So be very mindful of who you keep as company, because there's very many times that you would go out with people and they'll just want you to spend money, especially if they know, whether or not they know that you're trying to save up for whatever the case might be, they might just even pressure you more to want to spend. So be very mindful of who you keep as company, if they can't respect the fact that, hey, you're trying to save money, or whatever situation you're in, you can't spend over a certain amount, then you definitely shouldn't be hanging around them. That plays a huge factor in keeping you motivated as you budget, because many times you might hang around someone and they just don't care. Like, well, I couldn't care less if you're trying to save money. Let's just go out to the bar and drink or whatever, and they sway you away. So be very mindful of who you keep as company. So the next thing would be for you to remember your why. Why are you wanting to budget? Why are you starting this goal in the first place? Like, why does this matter to you? You remembering all these questions and remembering your why is a huge factor that can influence you being motivated. Just remembering like, hey, I'm trying to save up for a car, or hey, I want to have this amount of money in my bank account by the end of the month, or I'm planning on buying my mom a gift, or whatever your reason is. Just remember your why. Remembering your why is a huge factor to keeping you going. The next thing will be for you to make budgeting a fun activity. Many people just think about budgeting and instantly have a burnout. Like, they just feel exhausted, like it's an assignment. But I always say budgeting should never be an assignment. It should be a fun activity. Whatever fun looks like to you, incorporate that in your budgeting journey. Because not only does it, influence you to want to budget more, it kind of becomes a hobby. And that's what happened with myself. I got to a point where budgeting was a hobby for me, and it wasn't an issue for me to go back in there and want to budget and check out my budget book, see where my finances lie and whatnot. So definitely make budgeting fun for you. That way you don't have a burnout while budgeting. So my last point would be for you to find better ways to deal with stress and general difficulties. I cannot stress this enough. I personally, I'm not even going to sit here and lie. I'm a stress spender. And it's been so difficult for me to find better ways to dealing with stress, because whenever I get stressed out, I want to go to a furniture store and, just buy furniture pieces, or go to a home decor store and spend money on home decor, or shopping. Oh my gosh, I love going shopping, and that's how I turn to deal with stress. But that doesn't have to be the case, because more than likely you would end up being more stressed than you were before. So definitely find better ways to deal with stress. Don't go out there throwing a pity party for yourself because you're stressed out, because that could hurt your finances so badly. I'm speaking out of experience, because those times when I just went on a shopping spree because I was stressed out. I was like, I can't be bothered, I can't deal with this right now, I can't cope. But definitely don't let that get the best of you, because doing so is only going to hurt your finances. And don't get me wrong, it's okay to go on a shopping spree sometimes. It's definitely fine. There's times when you just want to treat yourself and you just want to go to the mall with your friends and shop and whatnot. That's definitely fine, but it's also good to be stingy sometimes and just think twice before you go out shopping. So these are 7 ways that I believe can keep you motivated as you budget month to month. So definitely let me know if these tips help you in one way or the other. But if you've found any value whatsoever in what you've watched so far, do me a favor and hit the like button. Leave comments down below so I can engage with you guys and see what you guys like or what you'd like to see in the future. And definitely turn on your notification button so you get notifications on when next I post a video. And I'll see you guys in another video.